Yes, dear students,
Yes, sir.
is my screen visible to you all?
No, sir.
Hmm?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Now please check.
Yes, sir. Visible.
Yes, sir. Visible.
Yes. So in the last class, we have seen the higher order PDEs. They are the solution methodology, the solution, and what the classification of the higher order PDEs, homogeneous linear constant coefficients, right? And we draw it into the symbolical expression, symbolical form, or operator form using the operators capital T and D dash, right? So, and the solution is defined by complementary function plus particular integral. The complementary function is the solution of f d d dash into z is equal to 0, and the particular integral is 1 by f d d dash. That means it's operating with the RHS function f of x comma y. So, and also we seen the complementary functions, how we can finding for the given differential equation in process of solving, where we haven't completed that finding the complementary function. Now we will do that complementary function and particular integral, how they will be obtained for solving the given differential equations, right? So for that we consider a homogeneous linear second order partial differential equation, which is dou square z by dou x square plus k1 into dou square z by dou x dou y plus k2 into dou square z by dou y square, right? So which takes the operator form or the symbolical form as f d d dash into z is equal to 0, right? This is the solution. Its solution is called the complementary function because the given equation is equal to 0 where f of x comma y, right hand side of function, is 0, so that there is no particular integral for this. The complementary function of this equation itself the solution of the differential equation, right? So once we use that dou by dou x is equal to capital D and dou by dou y is equal to capital D dash, like that, so we will get it. The symbolical form is f d d dash into z is equal to 0, right? Where f d d dash is equal to d square plus k1 into d d dash plus k2 into d dash square. So because it is a homogeneous, so therefore we may be rewrite this as d by d dash whole square plus k1 into d by d dash plus k2. So this d by d dash is equal to m, you may be considered, or d is equal to m, d dash is equal to 1 for homogeneous PDEs only. So that it result in you the form m square plus k1 into m plus k2 is equal to 0 is the auxiliary equation of the equation 2, this equation. So once we write the auxiliary equation, that will be a quadratic equation in M. So we can find out the roots of that equation. That roots may be considered M1, M2. So if the roots are M1, M2, they are the values of d by d dash, right? So therefore, that f d d dash can be factorized with that roots of the auxiliary equation. So that factors we may be considered d minus m1 into d dash, and another one is d minus m2 into d dash, right? Okay, so in such case, so now we may be classify how the solution when the roots of the auxiliary equation are real and distinct. That means m1 not equal to m2, m1, m2 are real. Okay, until we have discussed in the earlier class, right? Do you have anybody have any doubt until this? Because one must be understand very clear the procedure of obtained the complementary function in process of solving the PDEs of higher order. Okay, that homogeneous equations are the simple forms. Later we will apply our obtained knowledge in solving the homogeneous PDEs into non-homogeneous PDEs. That will be next stage. So first let us solve all the homogeneous PDEs. So for that homogeneous PDEs, they have two parts of solution. One is complementary function and particular integral. So first part, complementary function, how we can find, we will see the procedural methodology, and then particular integral also I will explain you. Once we these two parts is understand, then we can write its solution, complementary function plus particular integral. Okay, so this is our aim to be followed for getting the solution of the homogeneous PDEs, and then this methodology can be extended to solve the non-homogeneous PDEs. Okay. Right, until anybody needs to discuss. Right, now let's go how this solution to be drawn or solution to be obtained when the auxiliary equation roots are real and distinct. Say 5. This is a fifth equation. Okay, this fifth equation, it will be satisfied the solution. It will be satisfied the solution d minus m2 into d dash into z is equal to 0, right? One part we consider one part. This equation 5 is satisfies d minus m2 d dash into z is equal to 0, right? Respond, otherwise I don't know whether you will be following or not. Anybody maybe responded, right? D
Yes,
minus
sir.
m2 d dash into z is equal to 0. Here one must be very clear that no, dou by dou x is equal to d. So therefore, dou z by dou x is equal to d into z, that is equal to what? That is equal to p, right? Similarly, dou by dou y is equal to d dash. Therefore, dou z by dou y is equal to d dash into z, that is equal to q, right? So hence these can be used. So hence it will be giving you a form p minus m2 into q is equal to 0, right? What is this equation? Anybody say? What is this equation? This is a what? Lagrange's linear PDE of first order. I think it is not required. So it is a Lagrange's linear PDE. Okay. So how we can solve this equation? This can be solved using its subsidiary equations, right?
Yes.
Dx by, tell me how much? Dy by how much? Dz by how much?
dx upon 1, dy upon minus m2.
Right. Dx by 1 into p minus m into q minus m2. Dz by 0. That implies from these two terms, if we equate m2 or dy plus m2 into dx is equal to 0, right? Or integrating on both sides, y plus m2 is equal to, say, a, right? This is the solution of this part, one part of the combination. Then next again, we will take any first or last or second or last. We get it dz is equal to 0 or z is equal to some constant b, right? So hence the solution can write pi of z comma y plus m2x or z is equal to pi of a, right? So hence this can be write z is equal to this b, we may be write it as b, we may be write it as okay, no problem, pi of a, right? Pi of a, or you may be put it pi 1 of a, right? Since b is an arbitrary constant, that we may write in terms of another arbitrary constant a, right? So hence therefore z is equal to pi 1 of what? Y plus m2x. This is say equation 7, right? Right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
One part of the solution we may got it here. For the solution of 6 is that is equal to pi 1 of y plus m2x, right? Similarly, where we can see it here, from this we considered this part would be satisfies. From this we may be take it, this part also can be satisfies, right? Similarly, that equation 5, sorry, equation 5 will also satisfies the solution of d minus m1 into d dash into z is equal to 0, right? Right? One part we considered this, its solution also satisfies this solution, right? And this solution also satisfies, only this part of solution also satisfies total equation 5. So that is what we are writing here. So therefore this also, from this we can write it p minus m1 into q is equal to 0. Again it is also a Lagrange's equation. Its subsidiary equations are dx by 1, dy by minus m1, dz by 0. So hence first two equations we can solve. We get it m1 y plus m1x is equal to a, and the last anybody that z is equal to b, or we maybe get it that is equal to pi 2 of a or pi 2 of y plus m1x. Okay, because already pi 1 is used, so you may be write it that is equal to pi 2 of a. B is equal to pi 2 of a. Here you may be considered that arbitrary constant b is equal to pi 2. So hence this is say equation 8. Both 7 and 8 are the solution, individual solutions. They can be, their linear combination would be satisfies the most general solution. So hence the required solution required solution of what is the equation? 5. Is z is equal to phi 1 y plus m1x or m2x plus phi 2 y plus m1x. This is okay. Any doubt? Any doubt for this?
No, sir.
Here one must be very clear. If the roots of auxiliary equation of f of d comma d dash into z is equal to 0 are real and distinct, then the complementary function is, for that particular equation, I am just giving you here, z is equal to, in general we write it, phi 1 y plus m1x plus phi 2 y plus m2x, right? If the given equation is homogeneous linear PDE of order 2, second order, then only two functions will be. If it is of order 3, there will be 3 linear factors that accounts the 3 individual functions, phi 1 plus phi 2 plus phi 3 for distinct roots, right? Okay, so later we will summarize that one. I'm just making you the particular solution what we obtained here for real and distinct roots of the auxiliary equation f d d dash, but we have considered here the second order homogeneous PDE. Okay, this is how we have to be followed for finding the complementary function for homogeneous PDEs of order 2. Similarly, now case 2. Case 2. If the roots of auxiliary equation are equal, here may be used real or not, it is not the matter. If the roots are equal, then equal means m1 is equal to m2, right? Say is equal to m1. Then the equation 5 1, that is only the equation, right? If this equation become the given equation 5 become, how it will be?
Minus m1 d dash whole square.
M1 d dash, right, whole square into z is equal to 0, right? Say equation 9. Now how to get it the solution of this equation? We write it this into the d minus m1 d dash into d minus m1 d dash z is equal to 0, because two roots. For that, putting d minus m1 d dash into z is equal to u. Some substitution we considered. This part we considered as u. That implies this equation become equation 10 becomes d minus m1 d dash into u is equal to 0, right?
Yes, sir.
which gives the solution. What is the solution of this? What is the solution of this? Can anybody say? D minus m1 d dash into u is equal, instead of z there will be only u, that's all, nothing else in the change. So therefore the solution is u is equal to
Pi of y1 plus m1x.
say phi1 of y plus m1x, right? This is the first order PDE in u, right? So we can solve as earlier. We see it here. When d minus m1 d dash into z is equal to 0, we are getting the solution z is equal to pi 2 into y plus m1x. That just we just noted only the notation of the function phi 2. So for our convenience, I write it phi 1 of y plus m1x, right? U is equal to. So therefore, now the equation 4, this equation 10 becomes, now you see this part is equal to u. This part is equal to u, or this equation you can write it. This equation, how this will be become? Yeah. So it takes the form, because we got it u solution we know. So now we have to substitute here. So then from the above equation, from this equation, d minus m1 into d dash into z is equal to, what is u? Phi 1 y plus m1x, right? Because putting this is equal to u, this equation takes like this, right? D minus m1 d dash into u is equal to 0. So we solve this equation, it's become like this, right? D minus m1 d dash into u solution is u is equal to pi 1 y plus m1x. Now we substitute u into this and solve for the whole equation. D minus m1 d dash into z is equal to u. That is what we are writing here, right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I am giving you the equation so that you cannot confuse. Okay. Now from level. Okay. D minus m1 d dash into z is equal to u. U means this one. Okay. So now you check it. This is also again p minus m1 into q is equal to phi 1 y plus m1x. This is again a Lagrange's linear partial differential equation, right? So it's subsidiary equation. Subsidiary equations are dx by 1 is equal to dy by minus m1 is equal to dz by phi 1 of y plus m1x, right? So first two gives y is equal to, or y plus m1 into x is equal to a from first two. Okay, and any first and last you take it. Dx by 1 is equal to dz by phi 1 of y plus mx. That is, we solve it, because from this combination we got it y plus m1x is equal to a. This part will be a. So therefore phi 1 of a into dx is equal to dz. Now integrating on both sides, z is equal to phi 1 x plus some constant b, constant of integration b. Okay, phi 1 of a, phi 1 of a is a constant. I will write it full. Integrating on both sides, z is equal to phi 1 of a into x plus b, another constant of integration for integrating on both sides. Now z is equal to, or z minus phi 1 of a means y plus m1x into x, that I write it in before, is equal to, what is b again? B is again a arbitrary constant, right? That is also we can write it in phi 2 of a, or we may be writing as z is equal to something here itself, we can write it is equal to this one we will be removed, like that only we can write it. It is not needed to take into that side. Okay, that is equal to x into pi 1 y plus mx plus phi 2 y plus mx, m1x, m1 we consider m1x. Okay, any doubt in this? Huh? Right, this is how we have to be finding the complementary function. That means the solution of f d dash into z is equal to 0, right? Any doubt in this? So here we may be conclude that if the roots of auxiliary equation of f d comma d dash into z is equal to 0 are equal, then the complementary function or the solution is z is equal to x into pi 1 of y plus m1x plus phi 2 y plus m1x, because equal roots, equal means m1 is equal to m2 is equal to m1, right? Okay, these are the only the two cases we have to be follow for finding the complementary function based on the roots of the auxiliary equation. The roots are equal, then that x will be there. That is equal to x into pi 1 y plus m1x plus phi 2 y plus m1x. If roots are distinct, then root z is equal to phi 1 y plus m1x plus phi 2 y plus m2x, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Here I would like to giving you a summary of finding the complementary function. So complementary function means, what is complementary function? Solution of that is equal to 0. Okay, so step 1, right? It's operator form, f d dash is equal to 0. Write the auxiliary equation. Auxiliary equation by replacing m is equal to 0 by taking d is equal to m, d dash is equal to 1 for homogeneous PDEs. Step 2. Once you obtain the auxiliary equation, step 2. Find the roots of auxiliary equation. Say m1, m2, m3, so on. Okay. Now, step 3. Writing complementary function. Complementary function. For case 1, if roots are distinct, then the complementary function is z is equal to phi1 y plus m1x plus phi2 y plus m2x plus so on. Suppose if it is of order n, then how many functions are there? Right?
Yes, sir.
Of order n, right? Next, case 2. If roots are equal, then the complementary function z is equal to, we maybe write it like x1 z is equal to phi1 into y plus m1x plus x times phi2 y plus m1x plus x square phi3 y plus m1x plus so on plus x power n minus 1 phi n y plus m1x m1x, okay, where all the roots are equal to m1, right? So this is the summary for finding the complementary function, right? Any doubt in this? Suppose yeah, here in the special cases, number 1, if there are two equal roots, the rest of them are not equal, distinct, that is m1 m1 m2 are equal, next m3 m4 like so on mn, that means first two roots are equal. So in such case, what will be the complementary function?
So,
That is equal to
phi
phi1
y plus m1x plus x phi2 y plus m1x
very good,
plus x square.
phi3 y plus
Yes, sir.
m3x, right,
X square.
plus so on plus phi n y plus mnx, right? Now next, another case, if three equal roots, that is first three roots are equal, m1 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 next four roots, 4 onward, they are distinct, right? What will be the complementary function?
Z by phi1x phi1 y plus m1x x phi2 y plus m1x plus x square phi3 y plus m3x
m1x
plus
Ah,
uh,
phi
5
4.
4
Next
5
all
4
of them
y
are
plus
distinct.
m4x.
Phi 4 plus phi
Yes
4
sir,
y
yes,
plus
different sir.
m4x plus 5 phi 5 y plus m5x plus so on plus phi n y plus mnx. Okay. I hope now you have been very clear about the distinct roots and equal roots, how we can find out the complementary function. Then it is not needed to find out this process, this all process. You can write directly the complementary function is like this. Okay. Right. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes, sir.
now go for finding the particular integrals.
Yes, sir.
Finding particular integrals. Next, part 2. Part 2 solution. What is that? Finding particular integral of f of d comma d dash into z is equal to f of x comma y. Okay. What is the particular integral, Pi?
1 upon f
1 upon
f d d d
d
comma d
comma d
dash
dash
f function
of
of
x
xy.
f of x comma y. Okay. Here one must be very keen about the RHS function. That makes the working rule. Okay. Right. I will make it you in the table form. This for that. I will make you a table. How we can find out the particular integral. Type of function f of x comma y. Okay. Type of function f of x comma y. Right. And then particular integral Pi. Okay. How we can find the particular integral. I will explain you something. You can very easily to get it. Type 1. If f of x comma y is equal to e power ax plus by. A comma b are constants. Okay. A comma b are constants. This is the given PDE. F of d comma d dash into z is equal to f of x comma y. Right? Dear students,
Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
be very concentrate because I would like to giving you the working rules how we can find the particular integrals. If the given function f of x comma y is e power ax plus by, ax plus by, then the particular integral is given by Pi. particular integral is equal to 1 by f of
FA
a comma
AB.
b into e power ax plus by. Ax plus by. If f of a comma b not equal to 0. This is very, very important. Understood? Why? Because where f of d comma d dash, okay, f of d comma d dash, I will like to giving you here simple explanation for that. If you take it, f of d comma d dash is equal to d square plus k1 into d dash plus k2 into d dash square, as earlier we considered. So now in such case, when f of x comma y is equal to e power ax plus by, right? If f of x comma y is equal to e power ax plus by, then we know that d of e power ax plus by, what is a into e power ax plus by, right? Similarly, d square of e power ax plus by, what is d square of e power ax plus by?
A square e power ax plus by.
A square into e power ax plus by. Similarly, d dash of e power ax plus by, what is d dash? Dou by dou y. D means dou by dou x. So therefore, what will be the d dash? That means dou by dou y of e power ax plus by. What is that? The value?
B into e power ax plus by.
Right. Similarly, d square of d dash square of e power ax plus by. How much? Right?
Yes, sir.
What you observe? While operating 1 by d dash of function f of x comma y, it will be changing only just d changed to a, d dash changed to b, right? Nothing else in changing that function once we operated that. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So this is replace d by small a and d dash by small b in f of d comma d dash. We will get it f of a comma b, right? If f of a comma b not equal to 0, this is the particular integral, right? Anybody may have a doubt. What happens if f of a comma b is equal to 0, right? Right? Are you getting a doubt or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If f of a comma b is equal to 0, that is the case of failure. I will give you its solution later, right? It is called the case of failure. If f of a comma b is equal to 0, it is a case of failure for finding the particular integral. We will do it. We will deal later. Okay? right? Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Next, go for the next type. Next type is f of x comma y is equal to sine of ax plus by or cos of ax plus by. Right? Again, here a comma b are constants. Any constants, right? Hello,
Yes, sir.
right?
Right, sir.
So now in such case, here you may be write it in not replace, you may be put d is equal to a and d by a and d dash by b. Okay, no problem. Put d is equal to a, d dash is equal to b. Don't confuse. Or replace also it is not the good. Now here I would like to give you the locking rule for that. What will be the particular integral? Anybody say? Pi for this case is equal to 1 by
f of minus a square.
f of
F of minus a square.
minus a square minus ab minus b square. Okay,
Yes, sir. Into sin x.
into, it is not into of sine of ax plus by or cos of ax plus by. If f of minus a square comma minus ab comma minus b square is not equal to 0. So here what we will do is put d square is equal to minus a square, right? D dash is equal to minus ab, d dash square is equal to minus b square. Okay, right?
Yes,
You
sir.
know why? You know why? 2 times if you differentiated any sine or cosine, again it repeats. The same with negative sign, right?
Yes, sir.
That's why d square it become minus a square, d dash become minus ab, d dash square become minus b square. That's why. Clear? So this will be the particular integral. Because a and b are constants, therefore f of minus a square comma minus ab comma minus b square become also a constant. This constant may be 0 or may not be 0. If it is not equal to 0, then particular integral will be this much. If is equal to 0, is equal to 0, again it will be Huh? The case of, again it will be the case of failure. I will give you the solution later. Right? Dear students, are you following?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see the next case, third case, case 3. F of x comma y is equal to x power a into y power b. X power a into y power b. Again a comma b are constants. Again a comma b are constants. Right? Hello?
Yes.
Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Again a comma b are constants. Are positive integers, you may write. A comma b are, you write it, positive integers. Positive integers. So in such case, the particular integral pi is equal to 1 by f of d comma d dash into x power a into y power b. Right? This much only. This you write it as f of d comma d dash whole power minus 1 into x power a y power b. X power a y power b. Right? Right? Here
Right, sir.
the working rule is expand. Expand f of d comma d dash whole power minus 1 in ascending powers of d r d dash and operate on x power a into y power b, term by term by term. Okay, this we have to be expand using the binomial expansion. Using the binomial expansion.
Sir.
Using binomial expansion, you maybe write it here somewhere. Powers of d dash using binomial expansion. right? Using binomial expansion or binomial theorem, whatever it is. Then operate term by term. Here, I would like to giving you one logic. The logic is which is to be followed, either ascending powers of d or ascending powers of d dash to be taken. So here also there may be a little bit confusion in the people. That can be avoided here by giving this explanation. Here, number one, if A is greater than B, are you getting? If A is greater than B,
Yes, sir.
so this we have to be expand in terms of what? Can anybody say? Whole power minus 1 in powers of
Y.
D or D dash?
D dash.
Very good. D dash. Why? Because D by D dash actually 1 by D into D dash to be
Upon
written. D dash must be in the numerator, right? Right, in powers of D dash. Why? Because A greater than B means B is lesser than A. So if B is lesser, if we differentiate, needed to differentiate lesser number of times compare than A. And, you know, suppose if it is there x cube, say y square, A is equal to 2, B is equal, A is equal to 3, B is equal to 2. So how many times to be differentiated? If you differentiate d of d cube until 3 times, we need to get it its solution, or 3d4 is equal to 0. So but here you needed to differentiate until d dash. How many number of times you needed to differentiate? 2 times sufficient. Third time becomes 0, right? Hello, dear students.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Third
Yes,
time
sir.
you differentiate y square becomes 0, so that you needed to differentiate only 2 times with respect to y if it is y square. Instead of if you differentiated with x cube in powers of d, if you expanded, it is needed to differentiate until 3 times. Well, comparison of 3 and 2, so therefore where it will be less work done to be done. Yeah, like that. So therefore in powers of d dash to be preferred, or if A is less than B, expand f of d comma d dash whole power minus 1 in powers of
D.
d. Okay. In such case, we have to be taken common highest degree power of d dash, right? Hello,
Hello, sir.
students.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes. Are you clear about this?
Yes, sir.
Any
Sir, you are not audible.
सर आवाज नहीं आ रही आपकी.
No, no sound.
hello, dear students.
Yes,
Sir.
Yes, sir.
So, are you clear about the process?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I hope it will be very clear. These are the main cases of the direct types of function f of x comma y to determine the particular integrals. Okay.
Sorry, common, sir.
Type.
Sorry,
Okay,
common.
yes, sir.
Sorry. I'm not getting what you are saying.
Sir, they are telling that the
Right.
time is over. The time is over.
Oh my God, Eureka, Eureka. Good. I hope, do you have any class?
No, sir.
Students? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any class?
No. Yes, sir. Extra class.
No class. So can I take 30 minutes more?
No, sir.
No, sir. We have class.
Sir, extra class is
No,
there,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir. Extra class is there.
Physics, sir,
No,
physics sir is
sir.
taking the extra class.
No problem. We will do it in the next class. Go ahead. Okay. Thank you. You practice like this to find out the complementary function and particular integral. Right?
Okay, sir.
Yes.
No class, sir.
Okay, sir.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
No answer.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Very good, students.
Thank you, sir.
Hmm.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Mind it, day after tomorrow there will be a quiz exam.
Sir,
Tell me.
sir, will you please upload this file after completion of class?
Sure, sure.
Thank you, sir.